So I did my landscape architecture project on green roofs, and basically green roofs are an important part of landscape redesign of cities and can help benefit the economy, energy use, water management, reducing air pollution, and urban heat. These green roofs also provide opportunities for urban food production and biodiversity. If designed well, these roofs can offer people the psychological benefits of nature. Starting out with the history of green roofs, they go back to thousands of years ago, starting at the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. It's the first example of draping buildings and plants to make them seem more appealing. The gardens were grown over pillars and roofs, which were waterproof with layers of reeds and tar. In these modern times, people put grass on their roof to insulate the interior. And then during the Middle Ages, the Vikings covered their houses in grass, which was pretty common. Um, and then starting in the 18th and 19th centuries, the prairie settlers took green roofing to the extreme when building their homes. Because there was a lack of trees to build cabins, many constructed dwellings out of pure sod with brick around the border of their houses. And then by the early 1900s, Germany was building flat green roofs in urban areas. And beginning in 1970, when the oil crisis was at its worst, Germany was one of the first countries to investigate the use of green roofs for energy conservation, which I thought was pretty cool. Um, and then in the US, New York has been investing in these green roofs in the last year to help create a better environment and reduce the effects of storms on the city's infrastructure. And then the first green roof in New York City was built in the Rockefeller Center in the mid 1930s. As the years have progressed, we've seen more of a need for green roofs to understand the ecological and energy efficiency needs of the city. And then next, looking at the benefits of these roofs. Um, one, including an economic benefit, they can extend the roof's lifespan by 2 or 3 times. Research has shown on a 90-degree day, a black roof gets up to 175 degrees, while a green roof is only 80, which I thought was really cool. Um, then another main benefit of a green roof is water management. They can catch 40 to 60% of stormwater, reducing flow into a city sewer. Green roofs also lead to 65% reduced peak flows and 55% reduced runoff volumes. And then lastly, another benefit of these is they reduce air pollution and carbon levels. So research has shown that adding green roofs to 50% of available surfaces in Toronto, it cooled the entire city by almost like 1.5 degrees. And then how it relates to landscape art. Green roofs are becoming more and more common in big cities to help with the increasing of the roof's lifespans, as well as the decoration part. If you walk through a city, all you would really see are tall buildings that are kind of unappealing to the eye, and the green roofs really provide a sense of color and brightness to the city, not to mention all of the economic benefits that come with that. And then green roofs are beautiful, engaging spaces which improves both human and environmental health and well-being. Next, looking at the disadvantages of green roofs, they're a greater expense than traditional roofs, so obviously more expensive than normal roofs because of the extra support required to handle the increased load of the plants and grass and everything that you would put on top of the roof. Another disadvantage is green roofs have an increased weight load and require more structural support, as well as requiring extra maintenance. But all in all, I mean, these green roofs are a wonderful investment, and all of the pros weigh out all of the cons. Next, what's the future of green roofs? Green roofs are slowly becoming the new future. Many big cities and towns are adopting them and seeing their major effects it has on their own town with water, air, pollution, and economics. The demand for these roofs seem to be rising, especially in the urban areas. Therefore, if they're in such high demand, why not make them useful by growing food or making the building look more aesthetic for the public? And then for a summary, green roofs are essential in our community and provide wonderful landscape design of cities, as well as the benefit to the economy, energy use, and water management. Switching to green roofs help people really enjoy the benefits of nature in their surrounding areas, as well as having it close by to them, so where they don't have to like travel to it. And then the future of green roofs are very bright and will help the economy flourish to its fullest. And then lastly, my reference slide of the sources that I used.